This video will take a look at the lessons page under the instructor navigation here for the instructor business management on ScoreChaser. We'll start by looking at an existing lesson offering. This is a full day lesson. We show you a summary on the details of that lesson that include the duration, if it is allowing online registration, a pre-booking link, which I'll discuss a little bit later in this video, an overall description for the lesson, the cancellation policy for that lesson, pricing, and then any availability that's already built out and being offered. When we edit this lesson, we'll do the same thing when you start a new lesson or add a new lesson. You'll title that lesson, list the duration in minutes, determine the max number of students that you'll take a reservation for. To turn off online registration, you just toggle that off. You can choose whether to allow students to pay in full or turn that off and just collect any deposits, or you can require that students pay in full. On the right-hand side, you'll set the pricing for an adult. If you offer a discounted rate for youth, you put that in the youth field. And then you can also offer additional discount pricing if if you take 2 students at a time and the second student has a discount, or the first student receives a discount if there's additional adults. Additional youth applies the same if there's multiple shooters in the same reservation. If you will allow multiple shooters, then you can offer the second or third shooters discounts. The amount of deposit that you want per shooter is defined in that last field on the right-hand side. Back over to the left, you also have the option to require an emergency contact when they book your lesson, which is very nice for youth shooters. And then down below, you can add a description. So this would describe what the overall lesson group is about, and then any cancellation policy you have related to that lesson group. So that might be refund in full if canceled 15 days in advance, as an example. So we'll just close this slip. And when I choose add a lesson over here, we're adding a lesson group. You'll see that that's the same slip to start a new lesson. Next, we're going to look at building availability within your lesson group. So here we're working on a full day lesson that lasts 480 minutes and is available online for booking. The cost is $1,600 for that full day. And we have not provided a description or a cancellation policy for this lesson group. Let's say Finnell Shooting School is doing a special week at Northbrook Sports Club. So I'm going to look up Northbrook and we'll autofill in the club address for you. If it's a private location, then you can certainly enter all of that, the address. You'll select the time zone for the lesson. And then you can choose whether you'd like to offer a single day or repeat. For this instance, we're going to say that we're there for a week, a Monday to a Monday. So we'll start it today and run it through next Monday. And the lesson's going to start at 9 a.m. each day. But I'm only going to offer lessons on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can choose to use the default lesson class size and pricing, which we established within the lesson group, the 480 minutes at $1,600 and only 1 student for each time slot. Or you can toggle that off and say you're going to do a special rate for this particular instance of $1,200. And then you can set any the payment options of it also. You'll also notice, let's actually go back to default for this example. You'll also notice a new toggle here in each lesson instance that allows you to limit the availability until a certain date. When you toggle this on, you can enter a date. Let's say I want to send a link and only allow my current clients to register for one of these lessons to make a reservation. Or maybe you want to give the club a link where they can send it out to their membership and allow them to book for a couple of days. And then you're getting into the week and you want to open it up to the public to register. You set that date, create the availability, and this lesson pre-booking link allows you to send a private link to register before those lessons are open on the public side on ScoreChaser. So we'll click that link and it's going to launch a short list of all of the instances within that lesson group, that full day lesson group, of when you have available. You would just copy and paste this link to send it out privately. On that, we'll go back and edit this. On this date, on 2/28, all of those lessons will be opened up to the public on ScoreChaser to take reservations. So we're just going to turn that off for now, and we'll update that availability. So within this date range, and you're offering lessons Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m., you've actually created 4 instances of this lesson for booking because there's 2 Mondays involved in this week. When you're building out your availability, you have a shortcut here on the far right-hand side. This double square allows you to duplicate a lesson instance. So let's say we want to duplicate this. We're going to do it at Chicago again, but we're going to do it in April this time, from April 1st to April 6th. And we will create that availability. So it's just a shortcut to build availability rapidly. You can also edit any one of these instances, again, to change the pricing. Maybe this time for this day, we're going to do that discount we talked about. Or you can remove instances of availability within that lesson group by clicking on the minus at the far right of each row.